finally pushing up on the objective, and they've got a whole attack here. Infantry, amphibious assault vehicles. Everything is pushing on this landing zone. As we can see, Marines now dismounting from the Lab 25. They're trying to use this bridge to their advantage here. Infantry for militia up on the roof of this old fortress, and what a smoke. Hey guys, MoiDawg here, and today we've got another episode of Eye in the Sky where we take a look at a game of squad from the top down. This one we have the Marines up against the irregular militia on Black Coast. This is Black Coast Invasion V1, and it's probably the most difficult invasion in the game. It is a naval invasion where the Marines have to start on their naval ship, land on the coast of Black Coast, and then work their way up the map. Now, without any spoilers, I mean, we've got an hour-and-a-half long Eye in the Sky, so yeah, it's a good one. We're going to be on board with the Naval Invading Force, the United States Marine Corps, and their 4th Marines Amphibious Ready Group. And this is the only spawn point they have to start, with 2 helicopters up on the flight deck and everything else down below. They have a few boats, 1 Logi, a couple Mark 19 grenade launcher boats, and then a 50 cal boat. You have a handful of the Logi AAVs as well as the regular AAVPs with the 50 cals and 40 millimeter grenade launchers, as well as 4 LAV 25s. Now, if the Marines do succeed and are able to take 2 points on Black Coast, they will have a ground main base open up, and they will also have 2 Humvees, a 50 cal and a Mark 19, as well as an M1A1 Abrams. So there's a lot to play for. For the irregular militia, they're going to have their 3rd Guards Artillery Brigade, and that is a support unit, so they get a lot of Logis, as well as 2 Habs per radio. So a bunch of the big truck Logis, as well as a couple of the Logi pickup trucks, a bunch of transport vehicles, a handful of various rib boats. You have your bikes, a couple Tigers with the cord machine guns up top, as well as this weird looking MTLB with this 6MB autocannon up top. You also have some AA ability with the MTLBs, 2 Techies with the Cornet ATGMs in the back, as well as 2 Grads and a T-62 tank. There's a lot of firepower here, but the Marines have the mobility, so we'll see which one wins in the end. This is like a movie, all right? No spoilers. Grab a snack, get some food, pour yourself a drink. You know, you deserve it, right? Kick your feet up and enjoy the show. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and drop me a comment below with a map, game mode, or faction you'd like to see in the next one. And until next time, peace! All right, staging has officially ended, and here you go. Marines out the front of their landing craft here. Assault craft, landing ship, whatever it is. I don't know how I'm feeling about the boats going first. You kind of want to make sure that you got some good coverage with your LAVs. 4 of these LAVs and the LAV 25s can absolutely shred any defenders up on landing zone. And you already have a grenade launcher. Just trying to pop anything that is up on top of that fortress. We can see machine guns now opening up. AT behind us hits something. And infantry are dismounting. First troops on shore. And we're already losing something.
Because they have all their people to the north.
Nope, ships are okay. Oh, steps. No, hold on a second. 1 boat wrapped around.
There is enemies in the castle or in the fortress.
And they are not not safe. Infantry down low though. And you can see you got a lot of infantry not actually in the fortress but behind it. Hey, oh my goodness, what a shot. Are you kidding me? AT. I don't know who just pulled that shot off, but what an absolute RPG. Maybe a Shure or Frito Pendejo.
Yeah.
Incredible shot. But infantry.
It was a still thing that hit me, what?
And they're...
Field gun, maybe?
Yeah, something smoked them hard. Shure coming around, and this small fire team element, they're the only ones on the point right now.
Still so far away.
the Lav 25s and AAVs are way behind. They're a lot slower than these boats. We can see as the attack starts. Absolutely cool. I mean, infantry, though, up top, they're not going to be able to do much other than just keep their heads down. I mean, you got a whole naval assault here happening.
You guys got this. Get to the beach.
You guys got this. Get to the beach.
Yeah, I can see you guys from the ship.
You have an entire squad on the east side of this bridge, too.
Because I was in a helicopter.
Oh, and it was the anti-tank gun. Poyo friend.
Enemy 80 around squad 3 observe.
Anti-tank gun dunks it a little short. AAV has got themselves wedged on this rock here. Oh, and what a shot! Carl Gustav into the anti-tank gun. Anti-tank pops, and he just saved their Logi. AAV should be able to now get up on, and you see they've dropped that radio.
I'm pretty sure it's one of them.
Fantastic work from the landing party already. LAV was on the beach, and he's now been able to fall back a bit, trying to get some distance between him and the RPGs. You see CB over there, but the infantry now finally pushing up on the objective, and they've got a whole attack here. Infantry, amphibious assault vehicles. Everything is pushing on this landing zone. As we can see, Marines now dismounting from the Lav 25. And they're trying to use this bridge to their advantage here. Infantry for militia up on the roof of this old fortress, and what a smoke. I don't know if it's going to drop down low enough, but might be able to conceal the infantry as they get up on the ridge.
Around, like, the fortress, so not on point.
A lot of infantry down on top of that fortress. Just good assault for the Marines right now.
The second point might actually be the fortress or Berserker.
Carl Gustav dropping some smoke as well to help the infantry push.
Yeah.
Fred getting his head shot off by some Lav 25 high explosive rounds. But just very good work
on pipeline
by the Marines.
Enemy AA MTLB on pipeline.
I see him.
And trying to see the flank, and this is what they're talking about, this AA MTLB coming around, and he's trying to pinch the infantry. But LAV already spotted him.
Just getting in the water.
And no, the AAV actually with their 50 cal turret knocking the gunner.
Well, now it's faster too.
He's not going to be able to do much. Might just want to try to save that MTLB. The assault continues. AT into the side of the AAV, right from this red train. You see Zerg with that RPG. AAV is tracked. And finally pops tandem round, finishing it up as we have infantry now breaching into the fortress right behind them. Objective has been taken, so they have a land spawn now. Quick to show you guys. They have their hab. Now they're going to capture fort.
One, do we have supplies?
Yeah.
And the MTLB choosing to continue attacking. And they're going to be stuck out. Very odd choice for the militia here. They're just going to be dead in the water. Eventually, oh no, he's just going for it. Say, hey, if we're here, we might as well try to pop something. LAV is going to mop them up easily, though.
My gunner's engaging the.
There you go. LAV is popped. And Marines on the way to fort. This is the capture zone, this dome here. We can see infantry.
Do we have an infantry that can fly with 3 or 4? For the next point, probably make another radio.
See, infantry have already made their way inside, but militia now pushing from down low as well. There's a lot of
Wait a little bit, we stop capping
different
full.
hallways and the underground passages of this fortress.
Negative. We're trying to get forward. Hey, everyone's trying to start pushing forward.
Awesome. Still on the high ground here, and he's actually been able to take out Chadwick, Malpa, Nitris now. The only one down low. Marines losing numbers every minute here. Awesome takes out Nitris as well, so good job by the militia marksman. But the LAV-25 coming in. LAV trying to cover and conceal for his infantry, just throwing high explosive rounds, dropping drive smoke, and then popping defensive smoke. Another LAV-25 inside.
That was a good idea.
And is
That
that?
was very close though, I think. I think it's might be
I was gonna say, I think that's a sniper or marksman. Oh, hold on a second. Doesn't matter. He just got obliterated by his own grad strike. Militia having acceptable casualties as they fire their grad right into the fortress. Awesome, absolutely smoked by that. A couple other Marines knocked out as well.
You guys just need to push in. The hab, one of the habs might be in like one of the wings of the fort. The second hab is gonna be somewhere else.
Plenty of infantry in the tunnel.
Machine guns just peppering Lester Ortega over here. Gonna try to bandage. We can see good shots by the militia holding that corner. I don't know if the cap is started. It's 3/4 of the way. So Marines were able to get it started, but not enough numbers now. As militia, they are really just pinned in this building. You also have grenade launchers
Just letting you know that station's
popping in. High explosive rounds, small arms. Militia are stuck in this building, and the problem is they have this bridge that they have to cross.
Coming out of that building.
Grad now landing.
Enemy grad coming back in.
Yeah,
And the grad just obliterates the Marines on the top deck too. Fortress is completely wiped of enemy infantry. LAV-25 just hiding in the tunnel. This is the time for militia to push back in. 323 tickets for the Marines after they captured landing zone.
After we cap this point, we're gonna have a main on land. Oh yeah, more grads coming in.
More grads coming in, indeed. Look at those rockets coming in. And they have completely dialed this in.
Enemy grad is...
One stray round actually hit really well. Nearly knocking out an entire squad on the backside of this fortress.
What is time on assets, even though this point's not really good for it?
1.5 and 16.
And we'll take a look down at the tunnels below. We can see this little, almost like drainage pipe.
We have 300 tickets, so we're fine on that.
There's going to be one infantry off to their right.
I don't see the logistics on this.
There you go. Able to knock him out. He was turned the other way as grad rockets continue to pound fortress, but I think Marines now have enough infantry to start capping, and they do. Militia really just missing the mark. That first grad strike really would have been the best moment for them to just flood the point again. And now you have multiple infantry squads in fortress themselves. It's going to be really hard to root them out, and especially with the amount of tunnels and rooms here, don't have to poke your head out to cap, so the grad shouldn't wipe anymore. Let's see what is popping this. Oh, it's A-Track.
How capped are we on point?
And he gets hit by the RPG. And so one AAV will go down on the outside,
That means
but
we'll nearly have our
be more than happy to trade an AAV for 2 objectives here. Militia making a play for
Let
it.
me know if a full infantry squad dies.
And it's just about 5 or 10% cap, so militia have about a minute to get back in and contest this. Bulldogs, they're going from underground.
point. They're running across like the main bridge into point.
This tunnel system is going to be an absolute slaughter. As not just the tunnels, but also the main gate entrance.
Running across right now. The hab has to be inside of
Militia are pushing in, and they have stalled it. Look at all these bodies. Militia streaming in to contest the fort.
They're all streaming out of this building.
And we've got some tunnel fighting here. Whoa, I think he actually knocked out one. He did. What a peek.
Oh, no,
I do have ASRock.
He's going to go for a grenade, and he does. Grenade pops. Knocks out one. One Marine pushes in, and he actually is able to trade with two of them. Both teams now, you have medics on both sides. Medic picking up two militia, medic picking up two Marines. Dragging his boys back as well. The cap is progressing, though, for the Marines. The fight continues above ground. And it's really the...
Vehicles, do you want the radio to stay here?
the tunnel right now that is really preventing the
tunnels
easiest of caps. But it's such a tight space that militia really can't take advantage of their numbers. Oh, hold on a second. Breaching up top. A Shure knocks out MoiDawg, but gets killed as he turns the corner. Really close on this cap. Yarker going down as well. And there you go, Marines defending the tunnels. Bulldogs knocking out two.
Recovering the mistress is good.
Oh, and he tries to toss a frag. I don't know if he actually released it. Not far enough, and the Marines with Bulldog holding this. And it should hold it just long enough to get a good cap here on the point.
It's 90% capped.
90% capped.
And LMEs, you get ready to get people in your vehicles.
You can hear Command want to push out as soon as possible. Chadwick knocking out another.
Yeah, go. Just need vehicles.
Just blind firing the turn. And Chadwick with a fourth. Chadwick
Ooh, nice man.
now saying push up, push up.
Tell everyone that's there to just respawn on torpedoes if you can quick.
Militia trying, but just some good angles, good holding. Medic trying to get up a couple of his buddies, see if they can at least make a fight for it, even though they have lost. And the Marine stack coming in. 1, 2. Runs out of rounds. Battle Buddy gets him though, and militia are fully pushed out of the pipe system. Oh my goodness, wait a second. Was that a bad nade? Was that a...
Yo.
No, that was a hero nade by Cypherus. Cypherus throwing a nade into the tunnel, and despite clearing it out, they can't even, I don't know, enjoy the spoils of capturing Fort. Cypherus tossing a hero nade and wiping it. A little revenge for his militia that were wiped earlier. And now the Marines, they have a proper spawn on the main. You see their Abrams now spawning in, as they'll be able to get a couple Humvees as well. But LAV healing up. Honestly, you'd probably want to dig this down for tickets.
From where?
I think far west near me.
But all in all, great fight from both sides. Militia probably a little too slow to push back into the objective after the grads. And a little hop, skip, and a jump. Helicopter has inserted blue 5, and they're already on torpedo. So militia just way too far into.
Yeah, I think we might just want to dig it down.
Way too far into defending landing zone and fort. They haven't even made another spawn. And hold on a second. They saw a Logi, destroyed a Logi, and so Blue 1 has just said, you know what? We killed a Logi over here.
How's their infantry there?
Maybe this is a point. They're not wrong. It's not going to be the next active point, but Sabia is. Red 1 setting up a defensive fob just north of the objective. Torpedo Factory will be captured here in about 1 minute. So a lot of tickets
Squad 1, can you get down to your
for the
vehicle
Marines.
Again? Down to the boat with a new radio.
I don't have lodges.
Do you have a lodge?
600 build on the.
I mean, I don't have lodges on the boat.
You can grab
Oh,
it
you don't
from
have supposed
Torpedo
to
Factory
yeah.
again.
Yeah, I'm working on dropping a video there.
Yeah, that
It's
or
gonna take me a
one of
few
the
bites,
helicopters as soon as they're up.
So this is honestly one of the more difficult invasions, but what the Marines have done is what you have to do to actually win it. Most teams, they try to get cute and flank around and set up along here. Nope, they just sit all their armor onto the landing zone, and because of that, they could just roll into fort and put enough pressure to open up an easy torpedo cap. So with torpedo capped,
we don't have eyes on that.
And Red 1 setting up on Sablia, this should be a pretty good fight
That's it, Leo.
for both sides. The militia going to be able to spawn in about 30 seconds here, or 15 seconds rather.
I'm gonna dig down the south radio, southeast of Fort.
And you're no longer going to be able to rush into the objective if you are the Marines. You're going to have to actually fight for it and grind for it. And the open ground should be advantageous for the artillery that the militia do have. This is Blue 1, and they have
There's a light north of you.
rocked up right on a lodge. He knocked out both, and oh my goodness, killing all the infantry and popping it with a Gustav. And that's going to raise alarm bells for militia. They now know they've got an infantry squad right next to their hab and right next to the next point. Militia are spawning in. Capellini trading rounds with Carter. Carter goes down. Ting Feng bleeding out behind the car. So the initial assault
this guy's on 2.
was thankfully for militia knocked out. And oh, what a response for the Grad. Grad actually just killing out the Sigismund. And if it was a little further, he would have been able to knock out that Humvee with the Grad, but they still have a rally, so infantry should push out for militia to knock it out. And here we have a huge push.
6:30 to the RT.
Humvee going down to the AA truck, or AA MTLB. But here's the big push. You have Blue 5. They've dropped a rally.
8, I'm gonna done that video.
And they're streaming in to the southeast portion of the point. We can see they're starting to get good positions in the actual buildings, not just shift W and onto the objective, which is very smart. As militia, oh, wow. Oh, this is so unfortunate for militia. So militia, instead of pushing towards the defense, they have to react to Blue 1's rally. So you can see they're running away to the objective, which is inadvertently open up for Blue 5 to push into the objective. And with a bad grad rocket landing right into their own position, turn this from bad to worse. But this is a perfect example of why different angles on attacks are important and what they can actually do to a defense. Humvee might just be able to get out. Had a bunch of infantry for militia dismounted as well, but a couple Marines pushing on in now. 3 Marines.
And we're already on the second to last point.
3, are you in main?
Yeah?
Yeah, can you give me and my boys on it?
Boyo friend Lewis Cook leading the charge into the objective here, but militia are finally starting to stream in now that the rally is squashed north of them in that tree line. But you need to win your infantry fights here. You do not want to get the Marines into these buildings so they can actually have a protected position and then hold. War Donkey goes down, and what's going to happen is now the Marines are going to be able to pick off militia as they push into the objective. Lewis Cook might be able to take out Pac-Man as well, and he does.
We're stuck on first
Lewis
gear.
and Pollo just tearing a hole into the defenses.
I still haven't fixed that.
Sucks to be you. When the AVP
Nade right outside. Pollo secures one building. Lewis Cook holding his own, and this is perfect example of what you need to do. Explosive specialist. A little pitter patter of a militia feet. Pollo should hear it. Pollo trying to be a little safe here. Explosive hopping over the fence. Now you've got a whole squad at the church behind him. Explosives trying to toss some smoke just to conceal his movement. But he has no idea Pollo is up in the building right next to him. And he's just burst firing. Full auto.
3 minutes.
Semi. He's not even aiming at anything, just trying to get maybe the attention, some suppression.
Off of the point of Kalovka, and I'm gonna RC the point straight away.
And they're already capping. Explosive specialist pushing in. He is. Oh, see that? There you go. Two go down for some good semi-auto shots. And who was that? War Donkey or Marlboro? Yeah, War Donkey actually is going to use a fragmentation grenade, or fragmentation RPG if he can reload it. Grenades going off as now you start to hear the Marine vehicles push onto the objective. Oh my goodness, what an RPG! War Donkey clears out the church, everyone inside dead, and militia have reclaimed the point. AAV is on the point though.
I got 2 down in an AVP.
They have the capture, but you need to wipe everything.
I don't know. I don't want one rocket. Should T62 go now?
T62 needs 2 shots to kill.
Yeah.
LAV now trying to take place of the AAV, and that's going to be a lot harder to deal with. You can see, and it's a full infantry squad too. Wow, grenade exploding right on Yakov, and now the LAV. I mean, this is beautiful to watch. Yeah, the LAV dismounting troops taking out the vehicle. I mean, absolutely amazing fights right now. Now the Tiger coming in. What are you doing, bud?
Yeah,
he's going for the LAV. He's going right into the turret too with that heavy machine gun. Is it gonna work? He's actually turreted the LAV-25. Lab will have to get on out of here. But somehow the Tiger is still alive. Well, it might not now. Loses his engine to the 50 cal.
Squad 1 is coming.
But what an ambush. The balls on this Tiger crew. And I think they have... yeah, they have prevented the cap now. LAV ambushed. Their gun is out of action, and infantry are now just pulling up to the LAV. Got some trench fighting.
Watch the trench.
Watch the trench indeed. Infantry clearing it out. And the T-62 has arrived and says thank you very much. Lav 25 down, and Sablia is going to be a lot harder than the first couple points. T-62.
You know, 11.
Infantry squads do.
What's something about lab?
Grenade popping off behind the T-62, but I'm looking at this Abrams actually right behind.
You got something about lab behind you?
No, I magically left, bro.
You still on that Kraken westwards?
Abrams has heard that there's a T-62 just down the road here. Lab 25 going down earlier.
Hab should be coming up shortly.
And man, they're just barely missing.
Right here, tank. He was literally
He was literally just here, and he was.
that happened to Patrick.
Yeah,
Step back,
I don't
looking
know,
at
it
it.
looks like a ham.
T62 just about to push over on the overpass, and he might actually get a nice flank on this Abrams.
Very quick.
Looking.
And he's tracked! Marine infantry able to track the T62, and that's going to allow the Abrams to roll in and finish us off.
Enemy MTLP on the 2.
Well, maybe not. Anti-tank might be able to make quick work of it. Carl Gustav into the side turret.
What's tracked again?
Yeah, you like red strike?
And another one. Infantry trying to flank around. He's able to knock out the AAV, but multiple rockets here. Heat round and also an AT-4 coming in. That T-62 is now going to be finally mopped up by the Abrams. Easy pickings at the end. Great work. I mean, this is just a good team kill on this T-62. Infantry just pouring all over the T-62. Abrams takes his time to do a proper flank without getting ambushed himself. And unfortunately for the T-62, that grad strike was just a little too late. Oh my goodness. Half of them already knocked out. And Lewis Cook goes down as well. Man, if that grad was just 20, 30 seconds earlier, would have been a much different fight. But the grad has dialed in the hab location because this is a radio. And so the Marines have got themselves wedged into this tree line. You can have that hab here. And with the infantry for the militia now back on Sablia, this is going to be a massive infantry grind.
8's marker is perfect.
Is the enemy tank dead yet?
Yes, enemy tank is.
Yep.
Militia just overshooting their grad a little bit.
I got one. I don't know if that's good enough.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine.
Oh, they're hitting the radio, I think.
Yeah, this is very good, thank you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we
Well,
got
I thought...
It's a creepy barrage.
I thought militia were about to be on the front foot here, but the grad strikes are one thing, but command artillery barrage
because they might get suspicious.
now about to just open up this front.
Yeah, we don't need to resupply up here anymore.
So artillery barrage is going to land right about where this tractor is, and then creep left to right towards the intersection. And Marine infantry should just walk on in, and this could be horrible timing as now about a dozen militia infantry pour out of the hab.
One more Tiger destroyed.
They found it. 12. You get over here. They found the radio.
And you do have infantry digging the radio though for militia. There.
12. You here?
Was that a second militia radio?
You copy?
Oh, it was. Enemy militia trying to do a nice little flanking radio, and it was immediately found out. So Marines don't have to worry about their flank, and artillery just about to land and should mop up all of this. Militia have to run for the hills, get inside.
Yeah, that's the arty.
And absolutely shredding the infantry. You can see Marines already starting to move forward, trying to follow this creeping barrage in, just walk in with the rounds.
Can you come here and use this pistol?
Going in.
Copy.
Create some distractions with the helicopter.
They have to watch their hab now.
safe for you to have a MOB supply by the
R2 is over.
Relatively, yes, it should be safe.
They're able to keep the hab up, but just barely. And now, I mean, this is perfect, guys. Infantry
There's no one on the main.
with a LAV as well. I'm loving the fact that these labs are playing with their infantry. You love to see it. And Abrams too. Abrams and Lab 25 leading the charge as infantry flanks them, and they just want to bust this village open. Infantry pushing left, getting into the trenches. Oh my goodness, ATGM.
Enemy AT corner, right? On free upside.
That's the one that shot.
Abrams has to fall back. As we can see, ATGM, a cornet coming back in. And it knocks out the Abrams. What a play! Militia, we're on the back foot.
I think Tiger.
But from way downtown,
Sorry,
you can see that cornet techie.
Yes, free get away from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is good.
I mean, it's a good distraction.
It is.
And I think that will actually halt the attack.
Point, so we're fine.
Militia pushing back in, and Sprucey, he's I don't know what he was doing, trying to shoot his machine gun at the tires or something. LAV has gone in to push into the hab. Another cornet coming in, and it's hit the Lav 25. Second Lav 25 hit by RPGs, and the Marines, oh my goodness, they just fumbled this here. 2 vehicles down, maybe a third one. Cornet hits a little short, hits the dirt. Oh no!
Vehicles, please transport all the infantry towards the next point.
Anti-tank grenade pops the Lav 25.
Is still active on squad A.
I don't think they're going to be able to hold this. And no, Sublia. Militia back on the objective. Are you kidding me? What a hold by Militia. I mean, the perfect Overwatch with the cornet. Infantry staying in the low ground, getting out of the way of the vehicles, and then hitting the flanks. I mean, this is absolutely insane. Still have to fight for it, Militia. What a fantastic grenade. Rubba Koala goes down. George Droid. Okay, right. George Droid X3000. Oh my word, guys. Come on, man. Jesus. Awesome now pushing. Oh, he tosses a bad grenade. He's going to kill his own buddy. Awesome. Honest God. I don't know what he was doing with that.
Is that radio marking?
But Crooked Pickle gets flanked by explosive
I
specialists.
got my men nearby. They're asking confirmation.
It is pretty much split right in half. Both teams have a lot of bodies on the objective.
I have no clue.
Trench fighting continues as Krug goes down. And I don't know what that Marine was doing.
Thank you. I know where I'm at.
Just very happy about his kill here, and more infantry going down as they try to get into the trenches.
Squad 5 move. Set up a hat.
290 tickets now for the Marines. Infantry grind paying, or taking its toll rather. Shadow Wolf Gam and Watermelon, Sigismund, they're trying to hold the high ground. And they, yeah, I was going to say they should have just enough bodies now. And they do. The cap has started again for the Marines. Gopak going down from a good grenade. Militia, just they aren't getting the reinforcements that the Marines are. See, the Hab is down a stage. That's, or no, it's overrun.
We're doing great, guys. We're doing great, guys.
So you have TP Carter next to the Hab and enough infantry within 90 meters to knock it out. So no reinforcements. And the Grad coming in to try to save the day. Knocks out a few.
What up?
And the half should be coming back online. Not yet.
Got crash track coming in on supply.
Radio mark accurate on 13th move. I repeat, radio mark accurate on 13th move.
And this is why Feline
you can help my,
also now digging the radio. So even if they get it, now, oh my goodness, the grad has now wiped the whole left side here of the objective, and it's going to be still capped because there's not enough militia, but it is slowed down. Just a handful of Marines left.
Radio down level.
Radio is down a level, and militia can't do anything. They don't have the bodies for it.
Main road or towards you?
Mr. Banner and Marlboro Man.
All right.
Holding the house, and they have to now choose, do we go for the hab? Do we go for the radio? Do we go for the points? You got to do something.
He is actually hitting now.
More grab coming in.
And instead, militia will just let everything fall. The point will be secured by the Marines. And the radio will go down. Well, War Donkey trying to make play for the radio. Wow, 408 tickets to 406. Marines now have more tickets than the defending force. And you got them pinched as well. Feline takes some fragmentation and swaps to a bandage.
Yeah, it's going to be alley.
War Donkey will save the radio. They might just dig it down though. Not able to save the point. Humvee knocking out a Tiger. And Marines are pushing on through. I think they have one more objective. They do. Kalinovka. And Command already setting up a radio out west to get that fob up. So Marines, I mean, this is one of the hardest invasion games due to the initial amphibious assault.
Vehicle up ahead of you two. Can you get... I'm getting pushed.
But if you play that right, and this team has, and you are in business. One of the best invasion assaults I think we've seen in a hot minute here. AV trying to take shots with that 50 cal. Tiger opening up. Not going to do much.
It's a bit hot in the area.
$406 tickets to 386, just very impressive. And the radio room has been secured by the Marines, and this is going to be the next push. This western side as bodies start to spawn in. Zerg with the heavy anti-tank kit trying to take a peek. Yeah, 4.5 minutes till static barrage, and so... Oh, hold on a second. I'm a flying turkey.
Enemy AA again up to the north.
It gets cooked by Gray and the AA gun, so good positioning for Gray. Try to prevent that. I mean, this is a very good play. This is a high ground from the north of Kalinovka, so you don't want to get a hab up in the trees here. Very tough to root out, so good positioning by the AA, preventing the flank.
Technically, we could have like a squad going along like the river and trying to get into the point from that side.
Yeah, we can even just place a radio on either of our squads here.
Squad 5's a boat.
We finally see the BMP.
I'm taking the main lodges up.
Showing up. Not the strongest of vehicles here. Has that BTR 82A turret, but the AAV.
Yeah, we just ignore it.
They need to be careful here. That's an MTLB chassis. And AAV can easily mop this thing up.
BMP, MTLB or BMP on 13 move mark.
Yeah, he's shooting me.
Hey, there's infantry around the bridge. Well, beneath the bridge.
Dismounting to do some quick repairs.
MTLB 6MB is coming into the point.
8 east of you, you can see him from there.
AA Vix opening up again on the Marine helicopters. It's already one down. These choppers need to be careful. He might actually get flushed into the other side. So you have an AA right below us, but you also have one as he'd loop around. And LAV, part of the quick camera movement, LAV finally responds to that MTLB threat.
Enemy MTLB's dead.
Humvee gets mopped up by the AA now, so good perimeter defense right now for Militia.
For that AVIC is now on Killinolka.
Really shouldn't be having these MTLBs, BTRs, whatever, any IFV outside of the perimeter right now with just a better weaponry. But good positioning to knock out some vehicles on the backside. That's a bit safer.
Hey, Squad 1.
But AVIC has just been roaming around up north and been terrorizing the lightly armored Vics.
I don't think it has. Does it?
Flamen, not sure what he was trying to do.
Does that boat have logic?
It gets mopped up by the AAV, and this AAV has just been soloed. I was going to say, has been doing such a great job, but now engined. And as such, going to be dead in the water until other bodies can push up.
Just going back to its main.
AT flying right over him. Now the grenade launcher just terrorizing the infantry. But Marines haven't pushed as much as I thought they were on the western side. Still kind of split at the moment. You have this squad out here on the east. They've decided to take the riverbed, and they have gotten absolutely shredded.
8, watch your fire.
By a handful of militia. So, gonna have to try to figure out where's the weakest point to attack.
Enemy hab on 7, Sacred. One of them.
And this might be the start of it. Algernon and 10. If they can win this fight here and get inside this building, neither of them are looking at Mr. Banner. Mr. Banner, though, has his RPG out. Gonna... There you go. Prevents the AT from taking out the AAVP. But instead of pushing into the city, they're going to fall back to their buddies. So still no real foothold in the city just yet.
Can you see on my star here?
Yes.
Can you put a tactical request there?
Yeah, I got you. Do you want more than northern or in the middle? Like,
Tactical request going down. It seems like the artillery is about ready.
Just around my stars.
But this southeastern flank is just falling apart. They've set up a hab here too, and that is not a good decision as Sprucey immediately run into the radio. I don't know if I would... Is he a combat engine?
We have 2 labs sitting in main, if we want to bring them up.
2 medics. I don't know if I would immediately swap towards the shovel because you're going to spook the infantry that should see it wreck in Yarker if they're paying attention.
We might be able to just run into
Should find this radio being dug here in a second. And they're running towards it. Fearman, though. And that's what you don't want to do. You need to have one person on the radio, one person gun up. And because of that, this little 2-man team going to be unsuccessful in stopping the Marines from setting up on the east side. It's going to have a...
Enemy emplacement gun on 13
Let's see if this
mark.
grad nearly knocking out that radio. What's going to result is now you're going to have Marines on the west side, Marines on the east side, and militia are going to be pinched a bit. And once again, pushing in the moment artillery ends. And so first ranging shots, we see the Marines have finally gotten themselves up flush against this road. They're going to wait for the artillery. LAV's also nearby. And after that, Artie then just push on in with infantry and vehicles. It's been effective so far. Zin and Raim, I think they're trying to get a little greedy in how far they can get. Might be okay with that radius for the Artie.
Not sure what I missed.
Big partnership plug. They're trying to run across too. Just running across that soccer field. 338 tickets to 302. It is close. If militia do put up a good fight. Oh, and the grad now coming in. Dialed it in a little bit more, but man, if they just hit that radio position, they'd be fine.
Push, 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 push.
Saying push, push, push. Grad on the eastern side, but they don't care about that. Artie has opened up the objective itself. This is the capture area, this rectangular prism, as A-Track Shadow Wolf trying to push in to where the hab is. See Zhakov, Crook just spawning in.
You guys just need to
LAV was hit with AT.
You're at T62. Yeah, T62 is also running in.
Oh, that is a T62. Marines pushing in on the western side of the objective. T62 trying to come in.
Pushing in
and defend.
What happened to squad 1 there? Or squad 5's?
And the LAV on the other side of the town needs to be careful.
Also pushing
They also have an anti-tank gun, which you just heard fire down the road here.
Should we take down that hab on south, or guess I keep it up?
LAV is going to be right around the corner. T62 should have a good shot. And I'm not sure what they're waiting for. LAV is engined. T62, the gunner just decided, oh my goodness! Engined by a Carl Gustav. And oh my gosh, the BMP behind him, his backup, getting absolutely clapped by the Marines. T62 is now engined. Marines setting up the perfect ambush. They will lose a Lav 25.
Enemy tank 13.
But fantastic work once again by Marine infantry.
If we can set up mortars, we might be able to push slightly more efficiently.
Enemy radio must be in this triangle. Green arrows on the
Very brave or stupid crew trying to run out and knock out the machine gunner. He does eventually go down. But the T62 now in a very tough spot. Marine anti-tank infantry now trying to come around the backside, and wow, misses. That's a tough one. I don't know if he had it ranged improperly or something, but the Law flying right over. Second one there into the side though. That one does connect. AT4
I think it
looping around the other side, and if he gets a good shot on the turret, might be able to catch the thing on fire. And he puts it all in the track. Actually, probably the worst place he could have put
DarKRedruM.
all the damage. Probably being soaked up by that component. And it's just Flamen left. More AT. I'm trying to see if there's any others. No, just GLs. And militia trying to defend desperately their T62. AAV goes down just south of us. But look at how many militia have just showed up on the point. see the amount of red all surrounding Razgriz. So once again, Militia able to flex back in and defend the objective, even though they have lost a couple vehicles. Don't want to lose this T62 though.
Light armor until that tank's down.
Froggy trying to run in and help the crew. Gets mopped up by Ting Feng.
Is the UPG tracked or is it moving? It's okay, it's just tracked.
You see the Abrams, I don't think is up just yet. Still waiting on the respawn. And Flamen just has to go down with the ship. It's a 40 ticket difference, and now you have mortars landing.
We got anti-air
We
as
have
well.
friendly tank up
Coming in,
in
cut it off, cut.
20 seconds.
Mortars now landing on the T62. Marines are not going to let this one get away. And they're dialed in pretty well. I mean, the Marine infantry this round has just been absolutely incredible. Fantastic infantry ambushes, good response for their vehicles, command assets. And now infantry squad leaders saying, you know what if I just drop a mortar
We do
to
have a lot of infantry around the city, so just be careful of the southern side.
smoke this thing. Another 18 to the side of the T62, and there it goes, popped by the Carl Gustav down the road. Great work again by the Marines to knock out the militia tank. 271 tickets to 226. A handful of Marines now breaking open on the eastern side. That's the same side that was wiped earlier, and they've somehow managed to just hold on at least long enough to get a couple bodies in. The radio is on bleed. So they have lost the flank, but this squad seems to be doing a lot of work.
Oh wait, that radio building?
Grad
Okay.
coming in, danger close, and knocking out the infantry squad on the western side. So Marines, once again, pushed out, even though they've taken out this T62.
Stu, you got one to your north. I'll put in an intel mode. He's running around. He's flanking. Alright. Other side.
Militia defending the radio room. Mad war. Once again, the Grad trying to come in. And the Grad has just been on point. Any infantry helmets pop up, he just tries to support his own infantry. But Madworth, Stu, and CB.
Good job, Fire.
Oh my
That's
goodness,
a very good
Stu. Stu knocking out raw paper.
Someone shot after you. So you shot after you fall.
Ooh. Fighting the quick camera movement, Stu. Manages to push in, and with CB at the top deck, what a huge play. So CB at the top, preventing the infantry from outside turning on Stu, but there's just too many bodies inside. Arson, wiener stuff, and statistically meh. Still, so if anything, this is allowing infantry to push from the roadside here. Marines have less infantry defending because they're all falling back towards this hab room. 237 tickets, 210 now. It was a 40 ticket game, but now it's a 26 ticket game. So Marines, man, they need to be careful.
I fucked up.
They actually need to be really careful. Turkey mentioning that he messed up, and yeah, well, there it is. The wreckage of his helicopter. Now it's only a 16 ticket game, 226 tickets to 208. And this is that hillside we were talking about earlier. You don't want to get the enemy pushed up on top of your hill. It's just very easy to come back in from the high ground, but if the Grads can redirect, this is wide open for a Grad strike.
I was just on the roof of the warehouse. killing a bunch of them. There's a lot of them. Probably
Infi goes down as this flank continues to hold.
Yeah, it's invasion. That kind of makes sense for him to be a.
Like, once again, the capture area is across the road here, so even if the infantry for the Marines are able to push up against the tree line, they still need to cross this wide open road.
Enemy anti on the north side.
Nikki getting blasted by AA, but just barely surviving it. And what was that? It was the Abrams absolutely obliterating a techie. We can see the Abrams has spawned in, is now holding that western road. And this is a nice road to hold as Flamen comes in with the Logi. Oh my goodness.
You come out. If you can smoke like the.
Oh no!
Yep, we'll do.
Flamen's day goes from bad to worse. He's coming in for a resupply. Went way too fast. Hits the dirt mound and just flips it.
That's what you guys can use.
And
smokes
perfect
as well.
shot now for this Abrams is laying in wait. And after a couple of misplays here, 222 tickets to 186. So increasing that gap, now 40 ticket gap. You really need this grad. We can see him rearming. We really need these grads if you're militia to obliterate this hillside. I'm trying to see if there's helmet marks just yet.
Let's make a big push from north.
Big push from north, they're saying, as smoke mortars now try to conceal the western push.
Maybe just push for the hab. We are pushing.
And Red 4 has actually dropped a rally on the north side.
Too far in.
Spooky Skeletons, the SL, knocks out Shadow. Plug with the AT. Trying to hit the AA MTL beat. Not tracked, but they do take a little bit of damage. Spooky Skeletons trying to cut into this attack. And Militia, they just need to keep holding. The grads are starting to move. So if the grads can get online, it'd be huge for defense. And MTLB just... I'm surprised he didn't get absolutely smoked by the Abrams.
Anti-air rolling into project right now. You might be able to get
Abrams has decided to shove himself right into the objective and takes a tandem right to the face because of that. Infantry flanking it though. And he's gonna pop smoke for his infantry, conceal the position, and then very smartly back on out.
30, did you have a guy dig on it?
Does need to get on out and hold on a second. RPG 26 with the track. What a shot!
Did you have a guy dig on the radio?
Militia infantry flanking around. And what a fight in the middle of Kalinovka.
Careful fall, there's one infantry at least here.
T-62 cannot escape just yet.
Oh shit, the Cornetta south.
Tries to send around, but that little fence blocking him. Trying to see where there might be any AT, and the hab is back up for Militia.
How much time on assets again?
Should be able to spawn here any second.
5 seconds for rocket and 1 minute for creeping.
I think we made it for creeping.
199 tickets to 163, and this is where the grads needed to hit.
Mark on E7, it's perfectly accurate.
You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or so Marine bodies on that hillside. The grad, perfect.
So make it as small as possible around it.
And that one a little far, but does knock out Lester. They're trying to get towards this radio. You can see Spooky Skeletons, Red 4 SL, and Arison. They're trying to get perfect eyes, and this is what you don't want to do if you're Marines. They left the Logi AAV right next to the radio, so it's very common. If you're trying to sniff out radios, if you see a vehicle, you always go straight towards that vehicle and just assume that that's going to be the first spot where that radio is. 191 tickets though, 156. The grad just continuing to pick apart the Marines.
Is the hab probably just damage from them?
Oh, and they got it! Tandem round finally sneaks around. What a play.
We gotta try to pick it up.
Somehow just sneaking through. They had to fight their way to it, knocking out multiple infantry to get that flank. The Abrams goes down, and this is going to be tough now for the Marines. 10 has gone up to dig up the radio.
Yeah.
Hab is going back up.
Hab is coming back up as militia now is taking advantage of the downtime to push up the hill.
Marker somewhere on point. 6, can you put a marker down here on 7 star?
And then Arison knocks out 10, who just saved that radio. He's pushing right into the radio. Spooky Skeleton should be able to get good eyes covering his squad mate, who can now dig it down. And this could be a huge play to completely knock out the Marines.
They got infantry coming to
Still have a backup fob way out west. But Marines are now spawning in.
Yeah, we need to be ready to push, like big swarm.
Hab is down, or radio is down a level. Arison successful. And you also have Newt now flanking around and taking shots at infantry that are leaving the Hab. So a lot of chaos for the infantry spawning in.
Yeah.
You also have militia pushing up. They've pushed across the street. They're now climbing the hillside to get on top of it. 156 tickets, 149. I mean, this is absolutely incredible. Both teams making some fantastic plays. Grenade just barely missing Arison.
As soon as the party comes down, I guess just get ready to just keep mortaring the radios. Oh, the Hab buildings.
And the radio is on bleed. Arison successfully digs it down. King of Hearts gets into the Hab, but he goes down to Zen. You have Lewis Cook up on the high flank. Arison in the bush. Spooky Skeletons on Overwatch. Flamen, Cosman pushing up. They're trying to sweep through the Hab. Lewis Cook goes down. Flamen, though, yep, still in the Hab. Zen and Ocidio coming around as Marine Artillery Barrage pushes in. Cosman comes around the corner, and he actually knocks him out. Zen a little disappointed with himself.
Defend the radio.
And now you got one left, Ocidio. The radio should be just about to bleed out, though.
Enemy corner is around.
And he knocks him out. Good shots. Red 4 with a fantastic flank. And militia pushing on through to knock out this radio. Now, though, this eastern side, this is all rally. No actual spawn. You have Blue 6 and Blue 11 coming in, but the Marines are back down on tickets. 127 tickets to 136. And Infi running straight towards that radio room. They spotted it earlier. But Infi going full auto, and the Hab is not up yet.
Hab proxy.
Hab proxied, but they do have a second. This is the support for militia, so they're able to get 2 Habs up.
You guys have supply on them.
The issue is the room that they've lost is the radio room. So Hab is up on the western side, Hab is down on the eastern side, and the radio is starting to get pushed. Statistically, Med though, he's in the roof. Kruk now coming in. He clears the Hab on one side, knocks out Infi.
Gun on the main.
PZ.
Oh, it's fucking sitting here.
Laying down, and he gets knifed by Kruk, actually. Oh my goodness. CB up in the roof, though. He's in like in the rafters. Oh, this is a fantastic position, though. Very difficult. Are you kidding me? Wow. Statistically, Matt, look at this room they've set themselves up for. So, statistically, Matt has boarded himself up into the radio room. And despite a very threatening attack by the Marines, they've managed to knock him out. Now just 1 or 2 left. Shadow Wolf Gem gets knocked out by Brandino. Now you just have CB up in the stairwell.
You're on your own.
And he is, I mean, this is such a sneaky spot. And he decides to take a shot. Knocks out Kruk too.
Okay, just make some getting into point, I guess.
But the Hab is about to be spawnable here, so
11 and 6, all of you guys die.
one last Marine in the Hab building, but just another good defense. 118 tickets to 122. How much time have we? 47 minutes left. I mean, this has been a game.
You can proxy the Habs, that kind of fucks them because they can't.
Spawn camping the Hab. I'm about to run out of ammo. Yeah,
No, nice try 11 and 6 too.
CB does go down to Pac-Man Frog, so good effort.
Now.
But they just don't have the staying power. Now the Marines, they only have the Hab out west.
Like they literally, I heard him place at least like 15 emplacements, bro.
And I'm not sure if I like this play. LAV coming in. And you can see there's just so much infantry next to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna be pushing video again.
Yeah, I'm out of ammo.
I think he is beside me on the other side of the hill.
Oh, and that's what you don't want to happen. Capellini knocks out the engine of the LAV, and now he's just absolutely surrounded by militia. One RPG does mid-arm.
You guys just get
One crewman dismounts
It's not
from close range. Knocks out one, and you have he actually ran into the Hab room trying to knock out the radio and gets obliterated himself. So Algernon, now the lone crewman.
Proxy both Habs though.
108 tickets to 107 tickets to 106 or to 105. I mean, this is so close. Either team can win this right now.
Ah shit, my driver got disconnected.
Another 18 to the front, trying to look at other. Oh, and a tandem round should finish it off here.
Copy.
Enemy grants coming in, I know.
Oh, and he dunks it short! Right underneath the LAV. And militia. I mean, they'll eventually knock it down, but if you're a heavy anti-tank, that's your moment. And you are going to be disappointed with yourself, but the LAV does go down. Team gain in the end, and 92 tickets for the Marines to 100. This is absolutely incredible.
To kill and unproxy.
And I guess just gonna unproxy the other one.
Madworth and Shaq had once again been able to breach.
Unless we kill both.
Shaq with what a reload turns the corner. You missed your shots there, Spooky.
Enemies are digging down Hamble.
Spooky very disappointed with that one.
Alright, good.
Only tagged him once. Shaq does have to get a bandage out, but Capellini, who initiated that first engine on the LAV, coming around and try to help out his team. This rally on this eastern side has been very effective at harassing.
Alright, I guess inside of the
But
building?
now they have infantry.
We got the hot proxy on the east side, but there's still infantry here.
Raw paper just laying down. He might have been AFK here. Doesn't matter. Anas Ga from the window knocks out one, and militia are floating back in to kick the Marines out. Ochidio goes down.
Don't we have a combat engine?
Raw paper did get killed inside. King of Hearts also killed inside.
So far back. I don't even know where the radio is in that. It's on the
72
second floor.
tickets to
He
88.
barricaded it all the way from the staircase. All the way from the staircase. All the way into the room.
And Shadow Wolf goes down, statistically met, and his little
They're gonna risk
like
getting
Attic
killed.
of Doom here. Just burning tickets, heat, holding his ground. The problem with this attack right now for the Marines is that you lose so many tickets because it's not a consistent front, right? Like this is a consistent grind. This is a consistent front. You might lose one or two. You push up. You're able to heal and revive. This is just you're losing tickets every time you try to do this because you get caught off or you get cut off. And so heat goes down, Gopak's down, Shaq, Nadwar, Shadow. They're all going to have to respawn. And at 68 tickets to 82, this is where you can see the actual ticket losses. Instead of if they would just continue this stream on from the west.
4 or 5 minutes.
Because Sappermans and Bad Recce, they're close to.
We have any elevations?
I think they actually might have overrun. They have overrun the western hab. And this is almost more important because it allows the capture area to now be more free for the Marines. War Donkey still trying to figure out where the Marines are. But if Bad Recce stays alive, I don't think he's going to. War Donkey got a good position. Just he misses a few of his shots, but knocks him out eventually. Sigmund follows it up and does take out War Donkey. But the Marines are slowly but surely pushing in from the western side. And this is what you need. Sigmund now just about. There it is. Hab is once again overrun. Thrun coming in with the Logi, and he gets absolutely blasted by Lewis Cook. Zerg mopping up Lewis, though. Both teams.
Enemy A gunfight west.
Just given it, they're all 14 ticket game at the moment.
That's further west.
It's further west though?
And the Grad, though,
Yeah.
trying to cut off the reinforcements. Marines have gotten themselves wedged into a couple of these buildings. Militia now need to flex back out and kick them out. Oh, and he's going to get the flank on him. No, he runs right through in the middle. What is happening? Are you kidding? Nobody knows who's who. Oh my goodness. PID, please.
I just can't see these.
Still working on this and
Oh, and just unfortunate.
If Western
Wait,
just stays alive, it should
he's
be nice.
standing on one. What is going on in here?
Still outside, still outside.
Flamen, I don't understand. Both teams, they need some type of corrective lenses. 53 tickets, Hab overrun on the side. Blue 13 now pushing in. Ash Sherbin goes down to a grenade as a full Marine squad now is just about to get themselves right on the objective. Wiener stuff knocking out Blue. The Grad still trying to, just barely missing the entrance of that building.
You should be able to just rock to the Hab on the other side. If you got like 4 or 5 people.
We have one of the Hab proxy.
How are they not seeing each other? Oh, he's going for the knife!
Yeah.
And he got it! Fearman!
Yeah, working on that one.
With a knife on Algernon! What a play! $48 tickets to 56. Both teams losing infantry. The constant pressure from the eastern side is still splitting the defenses a little bit. And here we go. Infantry now on the objective for the Marines, but just not enough yet. These bodies, though, you don't want to give up if you're the Marines because of your current ticket count. See,
Most of infantry
this is the view
next to the other radio.
they've had, and just so many infantry on the outside.
Grad inbound.
Oh my goodness! Nearly a perfect Grad. Marines getting wiped out again, and just the indirect fire. I mean, it's been a slow burn. but trying not to. The first couple points were obviously very fast-paced, but the last few here is bending, not completely breaking. Infantry for militia storming back towards their hab. Green bread poking out and knocks out Kaiser. The Marines have not been able to deal with this green roof house yet. Kruk tossing a grenade right in the direction of that infantry squad. Tossing 2 now. One getting a little short. Second one fragging a few. Mr. Banner knocks out green bread. So Marine element stuck on the outside here.
13, right in front of you, a lot of people.
Oh, he's a little
Habs, roof is off. Kruk knocking out Wreck, and they are starting to envelop the building, though. Marines not giving up, waiting for their medics. Lewis Cook knocking out Saldunis. Lewis does go down. St. Harendot running in, and they trade.
Gonna static barrage to the other side of the road.
I mean, this is 33 tickets to 40. It's going to come down to just a handful of tickets here. Marines on the east side, they can't give up anymore. Awesome is just walking all over their bodies. It's going to be this attack right here. This firefight will determine the entire game. Last point, 5-ticket game, nearly an hour and a half. What more can you want from Invasion?
Whoa, that was danger close.
Yeah,
That is danger close.
We lost all the infantry almost on the other
So
side.
infantry, this is going to be their last push. They're going to want the infantry to spawn in that can, shift W up into this point, and then just try to move in with the barrage. But these Marines, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then about 5 more over there. So 50, half your tickets are just on the ground right now as Swine Dad coming around the corner to flank. And this is a fantastic flank because you got them
Tiger in the hab.
on the outside. Ooh, fantastic grenade though. Marines just cannot give up.
Tiger in the hab, command.
Tiger on the hab, and this is, oh, you also don't want this if you're militia. They're making a play for the radio. They're trying to end it now. Sheva goes down, now just spooky skeletons. But if you lose this entire squad and the Tiger, that's going to be the tickets. Spooky skeletons is going to try to save the Tiger, I think. 25 tickets to 32. The barrage is coming in. Grad also landing in the woods, and it looks like it landed pretty true. A lot of infantry already dead, and oh my goodness. 23 tickets to 30. Marines still on the ground, waiting to get picked up. Militia hiding in this building. This green roof has just been really tough to crack. Militia now having a nearly 10-ticket advantage as the Grad has cut off all reinforcements. This is the game right here. Moo goes down. 8-ticket game. Both sides don't want to give up, though. That's the issue. So bad Recce now once again pushing into this building. 7-ticket game. 19 to 26. RPG into the side of this building here. Contact east, other side of the brick house. And yep, it's a flank. Newt with a huge flank knocks out 3. Error trying to follow it up 2. And this might have just broke him. Oh, and it will. Oh, and what a pile of bodies. Are you kidding me?
I'm gonna get everyone.
This is what you needed for militia. 1 Marine left. And that, I'm not saying it's over, but Pollo holding strong, knocks out Cosmin.
GG's everyone, valid effort.
And finally goes down 9 tickets to 20. And oh my goodness. You know what's hilarious? They never dug down this radio. This is a militia radio. If they had dug down this radio at the start of the game, they would have won. They left it there, the Marines. It's a 20-ticket game. A radio is 20 tickets. Oh my goodness, that's what can happen. And they lose the Tiger. And so now 4 tickets to 15. That is how close it can really be. There's plenty of vehicles here too that could pop. 3 tickets to 15.
Longest free ever.
And I mean, just both sides, fantastic game here.
Don't give up, I want to kill the coordinates first.
2 tickets.
That card gave us a lot of problem.
14, I mean, this is close. If they had just been able to hold on to this this push, they would have been okay. 1 ticket to 14, and there you go. 14 tickets to 0. What a game. Let's take a look at that timeline. Oh my goodness. They just lost that radio in the beginning. Been a much different game. 571 downs, 476 kills, 29 vehicles destroyed, and 164 revives to 383 kills, 27 vehicles destroyed. Jeez.